I want to say I was 20 that I went to Oaxaca and had my first taco de chapulines. You know, I really thought that it was really spectacular. My name's Diana Dávila and I'm the chef owner at Tocaya Antojería in Chicago. I kind of reached a point in my career when I knew I only wanted to cook Mexican food. Well, Chicago has a very large Mexican population. I mean, there's a lot of really great Mexican food in Chicago. So Mi Tocaya is in Logan Square. I just really fell in love with this neighborhood. Very diverse, there's many cultures. I always wanted to have some sort of impact in my neighborhood, and so what better to do to make a business here. That's where Antojería came from. Antojería is a style of restaurant that serves medium, shareable plates, but they're all food that you crave. You know, a lot of times if you ask anybody from, you know, a Latino descent, Mexicans, you know, where's your favorite Mexican restaurant? And they'll always say, pues, la casa de mi mamá. And so I kind of wanted to create that for everybody so they could say Mi Tocaya. You're always going to find 2 to 3 dishes that are really actually kind of special and that remind them of home. And of course they're renditions because I also kind of view myself as an artist, but nonetheless, the flavors very familiar and, you know, kind of magical that take you back. The dish that we have right now is carne cruda de venado, which is a venison tartare that is tossed in a salsa de chapulín that we make. So it's a grasshopper salsa that we make with burnt oranges, ají panca, guajillo, tomatoes. We serve it with lots of fresh greens, onions, pan tostado, and a chicken liver mousse. So it's all very quite visceral when you kind of think about it. It has a lot of iron in it. I like also pairing the grasshoppers themselves with gamey meats, because gamey meat was used a lot in pre-Hispanic times, you know, deer, iguana. Reminds me of kind of history and what maybe in my head I'd like to fancy them eating. When you take a look at indigenous cuisines of Mexico, the pre-Hispanic cuisine, I would always be really fascinated with insects, not just because I find them very delicious, but also like kind of this question of like, how did this come about to be a thing, right? Los Aztecas, los Mayans, they revolved around the stars and the seasons and were very in tune with what was happening. You know, it's part of their landscape. When the rains come, you see the splurge of chicatanas or grasshoppers. I don't know, I think it's instinctual. You look delicious. I wonder what you taste like. Just about, I want to say every Mexican menu that I've done, I always make it a point to carry one dish that showcases insects. In the culinary community, I think that cooking with insects will definitely take off more and more. They're really unique in flavor, but also when you talk about sustainability, that's the other thing that is equally even more fascinating.
These grasshoppers are wild harvested, and they have been part of the local diet for centuries in some parts of Mexico. They come from Oaxaca, Tlaxcala, Puebla, Hidalgo. I'm Diana Velarde, one of the co-founders of Mercy Mercado. Mercy Mercado brought edible insects from Mexico. We're passionate about gastronomy, ingredients with high culinary value, and they are delicious, they are nutritious.
You know, how much money does it take how much water, how much food, how much time does it take for cows, or even as in a cleanliness fashion, I think that sometimes people just automatically think of flies, you know, like, and you know, there's many different kinds of insects. They're significantly cleaner, you know, from what they eat, what they excrete. All around, there's so many reasons why this should actually be not just culinarily, you know, like creatively used, but also sustainably used for people.